Right. Anyway, so good morning to one and all. So am I audible to you, ma? Am I audible to you? So please respond. Am I audible to you? Right, right, right. Okay, ma. Fine. Right, right, right. Anyway, so once again, a very good morning to one and all. Right. So in the last class, we already observed some of the standard procedure for square values for different cross sections. Now, for your convenience or for your understanding purpose, I try to deal with some standard cross section problems so that it is easy for you how you supposed to apply these concept to your particular cross section, right? So that it is easy for you. Right, so my intention is after having the standard cross sections, so in order to avoid confusion or in order to avoid what we call what are the doubts you are raising in your mind, so I try to clear all those doubts, all those difficulties in an easy manner by considering one or two problems, one or two standard cross sections, so that it is easy for you. And before we starting of the problem, you please keep it in your mind, especially in case of a curved beam, we are having two types of models of problems. Especially one is based on your standard cross sections directly, that is your rectangle cross section, circular, triangle, with maybe a T section, I section. Likewise, you are having some standard cross sections. So that is one method of problem. Again, crane hook also are having same procedure, same application, but only in case of a crane hook, there is some only few things are changed. Only few things are changed in a crane hook problems. So you will observe definitely while we discussing those kind of problems. Right. First, you understand the standard cross section so that it is easy for you. So excuse me. So before before we saw, I mean, before we starting off your problem, before we starting off your problem, uh, first you have to open your what we call the notes I already circulated to you, so that while I am reading the equation, right, so here it is, the problem is available, so that whenever I try to explain the equation, standard equation, so that you can please identify that particular equation on your notebook, so that it is easy for you while applying these principles to that particular cross section. So each and everything I have to be read out carefully. You also carefully observe the notes what I circulated earlier. Okay, Amma? So this is my request before we starting of the problem, so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay, right. So step by step procedure. We move step by step procedure. Okay. So again, you please remind me, Amma, if it is not recorded this video. If at all if it is not recorded, you please remind me. I hope it is recorded. If it is not recorded means you please mention me, so that I, I hope it is recording. Right. It is recording, no problem. Right. So please observe the problem. So this is the problem. See, this is a general problem, not actually you are having this kind of statements. Here it is a direct problem is mentioned, but in the examination they clearly mentioned one rectangle section with maximum, minimum, or width, depth, likewise they mention. But here they directly mention the problem for your convenience only, not to understanding purpose only. Right? If you understand this problem, then you can solve any kind of problem. It is rectangular, circular, or triangle, whatever it is. Okay, fine. Now, so first determine the location of a neutral axis, maximum and minimum stress, and the ratio of maximum minimum stress when a curved beam of rectangle cross section of width 20 mm and depth 40 mm is subjected to pure bending moment of 600 Newton meter. The beam is curved in plane parallel to the depth. The mean radius of the curvature is 50 mm. Also plot the variation of the stresses across the section. So here also, right. Okay, fine. Now please observe the problem. I hope all of you are visible this problem. And this problem has no statement. That means it's a direct problem. So the problem is here you are required to determine for a rectangle section, required to determine for a location of the neutral axis. So first thing is location of a neutral axis. Second thing is what is the maximum stress and minimum stress, and the ratio of maximum and minimum stresses. So after finding out your maximum and minimum stresses, you try to find out the what is that its ratio of maximum ratio and minimum ratio values, right? And for this problem, they specified some standard values also. They specified some standard values, that is width value, depth value, and bending moment value, also maximum bending moment, right? Bending moment value also specified, and the mean radius of curvature is also specified. Mean radius of curvature is also specified. Now what you supposed to do is you require to find out the neutral axis location. I'm keep on saying while I'm discussing the derivation part, you require to determine only three parts, whether it is the location of neutral axis and what is the minimum stress and what is the maximum stress. These are the only things you require to determine for this particular case of a curved beams. Whatever the type of problem it is, only these are the things. But in addition to this, here just simply on various sections, because we're having 20 mm. So based on 20 mm of above the neutral layer of your what we call depth, the variation in change in variation you supposed to plot. That is the only thing. Additional thing is asked in this particular problem. So no worries, Amma. It is a very easiest part. Very easiest part. So first try to write down the note. I mean, try to note down the given data. Always for any problem. First you try to write down the given data so that it is easy for you. Right, what is the given data here? Width value is 20 mm. So width B equal 20 mm and depth D equal to 40 mm. Right. Next, radius of curvature is 50 mm. R, capital R, radius of curvature. So R equal to 50 mm. And the bending moment value M equal to 600 Newton meter. Right, fine, very good. So these are the actual given data of your particular problem. Now you have to represent in a given figure this. Same what we explain in our derivation part. Just simply draw the figure. Now just simply draw the figure from the radius of curvature. I mean, from the O point to the radius of curvature or axis of curvature, or for the central line we are having R value and B value is 20 mm, D value above the neutral axis 20 mm, below the neutral axis 20 mm. So same thing what we explained in your derivation part up to this point, up to this point. You please don't bother about the right hand side of your stress distribution. This will occur at the end of your problem. You don't worry, just you please concentrated on the figure only, that is dimensions. Just you please try to identify the standard dimensions of your given data, that is correctly deposited or not, or correctly positioned or not. You please verify it. So it is not mentioned, I mean, it is not specified in your given problem. You have to draw this figure. It is not mentioned in your what we call in your particular problem. So you have to draw based on the given data only. You have to draw based on the given data. You have to draw this figure, right? So I don't think there is any difficulty for drawing of this kind of figure, especially. You didn't find any difficulty because it is already available in your derivation. Okay, fine. Now, okay, so I hope you are all very much aware of this particular figure, so that I am moving to the next step. Very important step by step procedure. Right. Step by step procedure. Right. Right. First one. So location of neutral axis. That is what we supposed to determine. That is what you supposed to determine. Now you please open your what we call your notes, Amma, what I circulated. Right. You please don't worry, Amma. So that is why you please follow my instruction. You please don't worry. Please don't worry. Please follow. Just now we started the problem. Okay. Please listen carefully. We will explain step by step. So first one is location of a neutral axis. Determination of location of a neutral axis, right? That is your first step of your problem or determination. You are required to be determine the value of location of neutral axis, position of neutral axis, whatever it is. Now please open your notes what I circulated. You please observe the equation number 23.3. I hope all of you are having my notes that I circulated at the beginning of this chapter. At the beginning of this chapter. So if you are observing of this equation, then it is easy for you rather than I'm reading out the equation. So please observe the equation 23.3. That is available in page number 8, because you're having out of 33 page numbers, the page in the page number 8. Again, I'm referring the page number also. Referring the page number also. Have you identified? It is very important for you for application of this problem. Otherwise, simply I read down the problem as easily what it is mentioned here, so that you will not get anything. Please identify the equation 23.3 on that particular case. At page number 8, especially you are having position of neutral axis. The statement is there, position of neutral axis. Position of neutral axis. Let y dash is the distance of neutral axis from the centroidal axis. Have you identified or have you observed? Right. Anyway, so I already mentioned the page number and I already mentioned the equation also. So the position of neutral axis, the equation is right, only 47. So every time is a one person is responding 47 or 26. Most probably these are the only person they are responding. Right. So if you are not responding, Amma, so I'll tell you that definitely simply read on the problem, so that I covered many number of problems. So there is no use of pinpointly explaining one by one. Suppose if you explaining one point thoroughly, I mean, it is easy for you to for remaining cross sections. So that is the reason why I am putting in my efforts in an easy manner. Right. You try to understand the difficulties and understand the effort that are put by the faculty members. Right. So y naught value equal to, what is the equation of y naught equal to minus of r into h square by r square plus h square. This is the equation, right? So you please observe that not only for this particular problem, in any problem of standard cross section, if at all they are asked for location of a neutral axis, you please remember this equation. You please remember, not not remembering. If it is available in your data book, definitely it is not required for to remember, right? Otherwise you have to remember, there is no choice, right? So y naught equal to minus of r into h square by r square plus h square, right? So this is the equation. Now I already told you that after identification of a suitable formula, what you require to do, you please try to identify the notations. Try to identify the notations. What are the notations you observed in this formula? So y naught is the neutral axis, location of neutral axis, so that you need not worry about y naught because it is the required thing. Now, what are the terms you are involving in the particular formula? What are the terms, Amma? What are the terms you are involving here? You please respond. What are the terms you are involving here in the formula of y naught? In the formula of y naught, what are the terms you are involving? You are involving the terms of r and h square. Right, that means r and h. Very good. So r and h are the terms. So here you are not having h and h square always. Okay. So r and h square are the terms that are involved for determining the position of a y naught. Okay, Nama, is this clear? If it is clear, then problem is over. If it is clear, the problem is over. Okay. Please try to understand. Right, very good. Now you are having r value and h square, I mean r and h square are the parameters you are involving in case of a y naught. Now try to identify in your given data whether these two values are available or not. You please check in your given data. You please check in your given data whether this r value and h square value are available or not. So in your given data, the mean radius of curvature, it is specified among the mean radius of curvature. You please observe, right? If at all, right here, you please observe that the mean radius of curvature are equal to 50 mm. That is mentioned here. Right, very good. So only r is available. Now you require to determine h square value. Right. Now you require to determine h square value. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay. Now you require to determine h square value. Right. Now for determining of h square value, now you please observe the equation of 23.5. Right. Okay, no problem. So we are having, so here there is a terminology you are having. What is the negative sign indicates? You please observe the statement, Amma. You please observe the statement. So y is the distance from the central axis. As y is negative, so if you observe that as y is negative, this means the neutral axis will be at a distance of y below the centroidal axis. Please observe the statement. Okay, in the particular 28.3 equation below that, it is already mentioned. That means you are not following note that I provided, and also you are not following the derivation also. Right, anyway, no problem. Okay. Minus value will be there, no problem. Okay. Right. Now please observe that the equation of 23.5. So the 23.5 equation is available in your rectangle section derivation and page number 10. Page number 10, 23.5 equation is available. So h square equal to r cube by d log of 2r plus d by 2r minus d of minus r square. After simplifying this, again we are having h square value, but before that you are having h square value. After substituting r cube by a integral of 1 by r plus y into dA, you will get 23.5, equation 23.5. That is r cube by d logarithm of 2r plus d by 2r minus d minus r square. Have you identified at page number 10? At page number 10. Page right, very good. Now, okay, very good. Now again, so we have identified the terminology, I mean the suitable formula. So h square equal to r cube by d logarithm of e 2r plus d by 2r minus d. Now in these terminologies, in this equation of h square, what are the unknown parameters? Or see, you are having only terminologies of R and D. R value and D values are there in your given equation of h square, right? Now, is there any unknown parameters from this equation of h square? If there is any unknown parameter means, again you have to, right, there is no unknown parameter, very good. There is no unknown parameter, each and every value is specified in your given data. No need to worry about the unknown parameter because each and everything is provided in your given problem. Each and everything is provided in your given problem. So directly substitute R is a radius of curvature and D means you are having depth value. So depth value is 40 and mean radius of curvature is 50. Mean radius of curvature is 50 and depth value is 40. Substitute the value and you'll get value of minus 2.773. You please verify it, Amma. Almost all the students has to verify, Amma. It is mandatory. So it is very, very important also. Otherwise, it is very difficult for you. See, I'm dealing with rectangle section, so that I'm bothering about this h square value. If at all, if you're dealing with your what we call circular section and trapezoidal section, each and everything, the procedure is same. Each and everything, the procedure is same. So that you please pay attention and listen carefully and follow the instructions. And verify the equation what I here. So that it is easy for you for 14 marks. If at all the question is asked for 14 marks, Amma. There is no 7 marks question unless and until if it is asked for only h square value. Unless and until if it is only asked for h square value, then only you are having only 7 marks. Otherwise, 14 marks question definitely you are having. 14 marks question. I hope you understand this particular equation h square value. So you are having, after substituting of this value, after having of this y square value, I mean h square value, you please substitute in the given equation. Why not? Because our intention is to identify the position of neutral axis. So that the position of neutral axis term involves R value and H value. Already R value is there and H value you determine from this equation. That is 146.8. Now substitute in the given equation of y naught. Now substitute in the given equation of y naught. So y naught equal to minus of R into h square by R square plus h square. Substitute and you will get 2.773 mm. Minus 2.773 mm, and it is nothing but the neutral axis will be below the central axis at a distance of 2.773 mm. At a distance of 2.73 mm. Right? Right. Now, so I hope you understand this value of a y naught value. So what is the negative means? Already we mentioned what is the negative meaning statement also. Negative meaning statement also we already explained here. The neutral axis will be below the central axis, right? And it is at a distance of 2.773 mm. 2.773 mm. Okay, very good. Now, again, you please verify the h square value. You please verify the final equation of your h square value from rectangle section. Again, in page number 10. You please observe that h square value equal to r square of 1 by 3 d by 2r square. Right, 146.8, right? Correct answer. 146.8 is correct answer. And substitute those value of h square. No, need not worry about h value. Here there is no h value, only h square value. Need not bother about only h value. Only you require h square value. You please bother about h square. We always refer to h square value only. You didn't bother about h value. Okay? Is this clear? Always you have to bother about h square. Alright. Because your equation involves h square. Your equation will involve only h square. Okay? Alright. Now, so again, in page number 10, you please verify the final equation of your h square in rectangle section after simplification. After simplification, you are having the terminology of r square into 1 by 3 d by 2r whole square plus 1 by 5 d by 2r whole power 4 plus and so on. Please observe in page number 10, the final equation of your rectangle section of h square. Right. Anyway, so you please try to substitute the relations. So because each and every term is identified already, r value and d value is already known. So you please take at least two terminologies, at least two terms. So at least two terms you have to be verified, or you have to be calculated at least for two terms. That is d by 2r plus d by 2r whole power 4. Okay, fine. See, till now we determine the position of a neutral axis. So I hope you understand up to this point, Amma. I hope you understand this particular point. It is easy. I hope it is very, very easy. I tried to explain in an easy manner. And it is also easy for you to identify the if you are identify the equation, Amma. So whenever you are having the position of a or identification of a location of a neutral axis means, you please follow the equation directly. So your equation y, so y naught or something equal to, so your equation r into h square by r plus h square, something like that you are having equation. That is standard equation. That is the standard equation. Now, depending upon the type of cross section, it is a rectangle section, circular section, triangle section. Verify. According to the section, you please go back to your derivation and try to note down the h square value. And based on h square value, to determine the remaining parameters. So I hope you understand up to this point, Amma. Right. Right. So next. So anyway, after 146, so 146 is important. After that, whatever the answer, it is only point values. So no problem at all. No problem at all. So it is depends upon your calculation, Amma. So already, and one more point, Amma. One more point in calculation part, especially why I ask you to verify means many number of students are failed difficulties in getting different types of answers, Amma. Why? Because means in your calculator especially, most of the students are calculated at a time in a single manner. That means suppose you are having 3125, please observe that 3125 log of 140 by 60 or something like that. So suppose if anybody use it to calculate logarithm value separately, and after getting the result of logarithm value, then multiply with 3125, then they will get the exact results. If you calculate thoroughly, that means in a single equation, 3125 into open brackets by using of logarithm value of 140 by 60 or minus 2500 in a single statement or a single equation in a calculator, then other particular also will get the same result, but decimals value will vary. Decimal values will be vary. See, there is you please observe in your given equation, Amma. You please observe in given equation. You please observe in a given equation. Right, we'll try to come to that particular point also, no problem. You please understand first up to this point, Amma. So you are running out of time. Please try to complete this problem. First, try to understand up to this point. Okay, so this is the what we are having. Right, anyway, okay, fine. Next. Now you try to determine the what is the maximum and minimum stresses. That is the second point, Amma. The second point is you try to determine the maximum and minimum stresses. Now what is the maximum stress and minimum stresses? Right, again you please verify the equation of 23.1 in your derivation. 23.1 in your derivation. Again in page number, you please verify your page number 6. You please verify your page number 6. Because if you complete this problem, then you try to ask as many as doubts what you are having. No problem. Okay. Right. So what is the maximum minimum stresses? Maximum and minimum stresses you try to identify in page number 6. Have you identified in page number 6? Sigma equal to m by r into a bracket 1 plus r square by h square y by r plus y. Have you identified this relation? You please try to identify and please try to respond, then only we move ahead, because it is very important. Because it is very important. Only 47 is identified. Or only 26. Okay. Okay, fine, Amma. Fine. Anyway, so on that particular statement, Amma, you please read down the statement, Amma. Okay, number 35. Okay, number 35, no problem. Okay, number 35, please respond. So what are the statements that are mentioned in 23.1 equation and 23.1 equation? There is a statement that is specifically mentioned. What is the statement? In equation 23.1, below the equation of 23.1, there is a statement specifically mentioned. What is the statement? Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry for anyway. Sorry. So sigma equal to m by okay. Sigma equal to m by r into a 1 plus r square by h square y by r plus 5. And you please identify the terminology. The equation gives the expression for tensile stress, and the value y will be negative on the downward side of the centroidal axis. Hence, the stress will be opposite to that of the stress in the given by the equation 23.1. Right? Please understand the particular statement. Okay, no problem. Right. Now you please try to substitute in the given relation. And before you substitution, Amma, you please identify the terminology. What are the terms it is involved in the given equation? What are the terms that are involved in given equation? In given equation of sigma, what are the terms you are involving? Make it fast, Amma. There is so this is the only one equation we're having. After that, almost the problem will be over. Right. Very good. So if you are responding quickly means then definitely we'll have as many number of problems we try to complete them. If your response is very quick, okay, fine. So m value, r value, a value, and h square value, right? Right. Now h square value, fine. So I hope that you are having almost each and every value is already determined, right? Each and every value is already determined. Observe that. You please observe that. What is m value, what is r value, what is a value, and what is y value? You please observe. What is m, what is r, and what is a, and what is h square, and what is y? And here also I mentioned the statement that for a given value of m, r, and a, the stress will be maximum when y is negative. So hence maximum stress will occur at the bottom layer. So after having of your answer, definitely you will have this statement. Right. Area value equal to 20 into 40. Right. You please identify why we have to consider y equal to minus 20. You please observe the problem what I explained. So what is y value? What is y value? Please respond. What is y value? Why I am considering y value is 20? Right. Y value is taken below the central axis and you are having depth value is 40 mi. Please observe in the given figure. You please observe the given figure. Right. Okay. You please observe the given figure. The depth value d equal to 40 mm and you will consider the maximum value is below the central axis. So the y value is minus 20. I hope you understand this point. Everyone. I hope you understand this point. Right. Now you please substitute in the given relation. Now you verify your answer. Now you please try to verify your answer. Please try to verify your answer, whether it is correct or not. Try to verify. Right. Please try to verify your answer, Amma. Then next one is minimum stress. What is the formula for minimum stress? What is the formula for minimum stress? Same equation. You please observe that. You are having equation 23.2. 23.2, you please observe. See, once if you consider negative value for maximum, automatically, see, y value is take, right. You please observe that, Amma. Again, the same question you are asking again and again. See, maximum means, please observe the equation. Maximum value and minimum values are given in equation 23.2. In equation 23.2. You please observe the given equation. It's quite opposite, Amma. Once if you consider one value as negative, second value is automatically positive. What is there? Simple equation. No need to verify your equation also. No need to verify your equation also, because one value, first maximum stress we are having minus value, then automatically in the minimum case you have to take opposite side, you are having positive value. That's the only difference you are having. Difference for maximum and minimum. No need to verify any equation also. Right, y equal to 20. Right, y equal to 20. So on the other side you have to consider. So already if you consider one side, second side you have to consider on the other side. Right? That is what we did here. Right. So simple calculation, same procedure, please repeat it, Amma. First calculate the maximum stress value, then opposite of your maximum stress value, you're having minimum stress value. Opposite value you're having, you'll get minimum value. Opposite that of your maximum value, you'll get minimum value. Or simply you can go for your equation, no problem. Or substitute your given equation, then you'll get the answer also. After identifying your equation also, will get the same thing. The equation is available in 23.2. The equation is available in 23.2. Right, at page number 6. At page number 6, equation number 23.2 you are having. Right. Now you are having one positive value and one negative value. Now you try to determine the ratio values And while you're calculating the ratio, only have to consider magnitude. Please consider only magnitude. Only consider magnitude while you consider the ratios. Now you'll get 1.767 the value. So this is how you're supposed to calculate up to, this is the common approach. Up to this point, you are having a common approach for any problem. Common approach for any problem. Up to this point. See, first one is you try to identify the position, location of your neutral axis. First thing is you try to determine the location of a neutral axis. And second one is you try to determine your h square value. Try to determine your h square value. And third one is calculating of maximum stress and minimum stress values. These are the only three steps are required for determining of any kind of values, whatever you require for problem. For any type of cross section also, any type of. Out of, we are having 5 cross sections: rectangle cross section, triangle cross section, and your circular cross section, your I section, T section, trapezoidal sections. Whatever the cross section it is, these are the standard procedure you are having, and you have to follow it. And you must verify your derivation part of your rectangle, triangle, and circular sections. So that is the reason why I asked you to please follow the derivation. Those derivation values are as easily applied to this particular problem. As easily applied to this particular problem. Right? So whoever the students who are observed the values what I specifically mentioned with respect to your page number also, then definitely you please apply the principle. You please apply the principles to remaining problems also. In the coming class, for circular section, I try to discuss circular section also. Then directly we move on to of your what we call crane hook problems directly. But before that, you please try to understand this concept. So if at all, if you understand this concept, then it is easy for you for crane hook problems also. Normally, we are having either crane hook problem or the standard cross section problems in our examination. So how many of you understand this particular problem? How many of you understand this problem up to now? Are you facing any difficulty while reading of the equation or substituting the equation? So each and every step by step, I explained clearly. And if at all you are having doubt, again, once again, you please go back to your notes that I already circulated to you. So please verify your notes, and the approach of your pragmatic approach is please please write down the suitable equation and try to identify the terminology you are having on that particular equation. According to that only you try to solve. So that is what we did for this particular problem. Identification, the equation, first we read on the equation, write down the equation. On that particular equation, you are having any unknown term, you have to identify. If it is each and every term is known, no problem. Please directly substitute. Here we only apply the equation and substitute. I think there is no difficulty, right? Just identify the equation and we directly substitute according to your given data. According to your given data only. So this is the easiest problem. That is why I said that you please learn one derivation sufficiently. One standard derivation, that is a lengthy derivation. And second one is standard cross section h square values. Standard cross sections h square values only. That is sufficient. Standard cross section h square derivation you have to practice. Then your chapter is over. So that is the best example of this particular problem. So that is why I chosen for very easiest approach. Not easiest, you can say. Almost each and every aspect is covered. Neutral axis, maximum stress and minimum stress value, and what we call your h square values, and all those things. Each and everything is covered in one problem. But in the examination, they may ask for only maximum stress and minimum stress, or in the examination, they may ask for only h square value, or in the examination, they may ask for position of neutral axis only. For 7 marks question, if it is a 7 marks question.
right? So I selected this problem for in order to cover almost all three possible cases for one section, one standard section. So in the next, I mean, I already told you that you please go back to a strength of materials, and in the strength of materials, you are having standard problems. You please practice it for strength of materials. And textbooks are also, we provided a, the list of textbooks are also available. So please download the strength of materials textbook if it is not available with you. And please try to practice the more number of problems, not more number of problems you are having, because like, these standard sections we are having only one or two problems. There are not more than two problems in our textbook, right? So these are the standard procedure, Amma. Standard procedure you have to approach. Standard procedure you have to follow it. Try to practice another sum also, so that it is easy for you. For practicing purpose. Try as many, try to cover as many as textbook if you are having in online or any other mode. No problem. Because there are no there are no various number of problems are not available, because it is standard problems, standard procedures are. So that if you learn one or two problems, or if you practice one or two problems, that is sufficient. That is sufficient. But understanding the concept is very, very important. So I hope you understand, Amma, very well this particular problem. So if you are interested, remaining things, Amma, just simply you are having plotting this stress across the cross section. So you please worry about the given equation. You are having sigma equal to m by r plus a into 1 plus r square by h square I by r plus y. So that in the y plus r plus y, you please substitute different values. In case of y, you please substitute different values and above the neutral axis and below the neutral axis. That is the only thing. So that is the reason why I am not paying attention on this particular fourth point, Amma. Because this is the only, rarely we are asking for stress distribution. Compare that of your three step, it is normal step, Amma. Just only substitute different values, 5, 10, 15, 20, likewise, depending upon your depth value. Depending upon your depth value, please consider different values, so that you will get different stress values. So you please observe this here. So y equal to 0, y equal to 5, y equal to 10, and y equal to 15. Likewise, they consider different values. The different values are considered depending upon your depth. So these y values are depending upon your depth, right? So if it is 20 means simply you can consider 0, 5, 10, 15 likewise. If it is a 60, 0, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40, likewise you consider. It's your choice, no problem. There is no such kind of a hard rule. You have to consider only this value, only 10 value, only 15 value, only 25 value. No, there is no such hard rules. You consider your own value, no problem. But it should be limited to your depth value. This value should be limited to your depth value. According to your depth value only you have to consider. Right? So substitute on the particular equation, then you will get the different answers are available. Different stress values are obtained. According to that, you please plot a diagram. Now diagram is you not specify about length value and what we call scale. You do not use any scale. Simply for rough manner you can estimate the stress values. Roughly sketch is sufficient. Right? Again, you're not having any you didn't face any difficulty for drawing off a stress distribution or something like that, Amma. Just draw simple figure. Draw simple figure. Draw simple figure, that is sufficient. Right. So I hope you understand this particular problem, Amma. And you are having different types of cross section in your coming classes. So we try to complete those problems also. Right. So it is very, very interesting problems. Easiest problems, Amma. Easiest problems. Right? Please practice, practice, practice. That I already circulated the same notes, Amma. Please follow those notes, that is sufficient. For this particular chapter especially. Right? Right. Anyway, so I hope you understand this class, Amma, in this particular problem. And if you have any doubt, Amma, again in the next class also, again in the next class also, we are having another class section we consider. So please come up with your doubts. Class, right? So please come up with your doubt again. Please practice the sum and come up with your again new doubts, and we try to clarify, right, whenever you are having a time. In meanwhile, you are having a time of your explanation, right? So somebody is asking why, already clarify y value. How you supposed to calculate y value? It purely depends upon your central axis, right? Likewise, if you have any doubt, h square value, somebody is asking h value, so you are not having any h values, only h square values are there. You are not having any h values, you are having h square values, right? Again, still if you are having any doubts, please come up with your doubts somewhere. Definitely I try to clarify. Okay, right? Thank you, Amma. Thank you very much.